Good morning. Today's Saturday, May 30th, and it looks to be a little rainy today. Manifesting, setting intentions, or praying for what you want is a powerful start, but desire alone isn't what brings change. Often there's a gap between what we say we want and what we're truly able to receive. Becoming available requires openness, emotional readiness, and the willingness to align your life with the things you're calling in. It's about preparing inwardly so that when the opportunity arrives, you can actually hold it. I recently read a book, Simple Money, Rich Life by Bob Lotich. A book review will come sometime later this year or next year, who knows. But there was a section that really stood out to me, and that was we can ask God to work miracles in our finances, but we have to show up. My husband disagreed and said that he didn't think God needed us to show up to perform miracles. But to me, it was more of a calling saying that you're going to do the right things or hold yourself accountable or be a good steward. I often think of this as taking the aligned action to be able to receive the miracle or the desire that we're asking. When it comes to something I have been longing for is, is to run the largest and best transaction coordinator service in the Southeast. Am I ready for it though? Honestly, no, not right now. But I'm taking the steps to prepare so that one day it can come to fruition and I will be ready. And I think that is what Bob is talking about. You can deeply want something and still subconsciously resist it. Sometimes the desire is clear, but old patterns, self protection, fear, doubt, or past experiences create emotional blocks. These blocks don't mean you're unworthy or incapable, they're simple signal areas that need softening or support. Becoming available starts with recognizing what you're currently closed off to and why. Currently, when I'm thinking about expanding the transaction coordinator business, there are fears that I don't understand, like tax implications, payroll, or even necessarily how to obtain the business it will take to succeed. So instead of focusing on those fears, I'm taking steps to learn more about these topics so I can be ready and start implementing the tools and resources I will need to be successful. I love Marie Forleo and her phrase, everything is figure outable. It has really changed my life and allowed me to release a lot of fears around my own growth. Honestly, if you haven't read that book, go read my book review of it, read the book, and thank me later. You can find it on unapologeticallyamber.com. Wanting, though, is the spark. Willingness is the doorway, and being willing means making space for change, adjusting your habits, or shifting your expectations. It asks you to move from I wish to I'm preparing. When you cultivate willingness, you signal to yourself and to life that you're ready for something new. What would willingness look like for your current desire? Is it learning something new? Is it perhaps telling your friend instead of keeping it a secret desire? Whatever it is, you are capable of taking the first step, and you just have to be willing to try. Availability is an emotional state. It's the subtle shift from gripping tightly to relaxing your shoulders. It's allowing possibilities instead of controlling the timeline. When you're emotionally available, you create room for receiving. You trust your capacity to hold new experiences, even if they stretch you. When this occurs, you will find that you fully trust yourself and your abilities to move in a direction toward your desires. Being available isn't only emotional, it's practical. Your daily choices tell the truth about your readiness, the space you create, the boundaries you set, the habits you adjust, and the energy you cultivate all signal your availability. When your actions and desires begin to support each other, you create momentum. What small choice could you make today that aligns with what you want? Desire often arrives before readiness does. Becoming available means holding space for the things you want while accepting the timing may unfold differently than expected. This isn't passivity, it's trust. When you remain open and grounded, you meet opportunities with clarity instead of fear or urgency. For me, I might never run the largest transaction coordinator business in the Southeast. Perhaps I will be coaching individuals and run a large coaching business. Either way, I trust that my actions will lead me to being able to help others, be abundant financially, and have freedom and autonomy over my time and schedule. That is where my true desire lies, and I am open to receiving it however God feels fit to bless me. Becoming available for what you've asked for is an act of alignment. It's choosing to ready your mind, heart, and life for the arrival of something meaningful. When you adjust your energy, release your blocks, and step into willingness, you naturally become the match for your desire. You create the inner conditions for possibility, and that's where transformation begins. So today's positive affirmation is I possess the ability to lead and inspire. And honestly, what a beautiful affirmation for the topic today. I hope you all have a great day. Become available to your desires and take that first step, take that aligned action, and I will talk to you soon.